Hello everyone, yes, I'm the Filmmaker and I'm moving. Welcome back to the Filmmaker Talks live on YouTube. So obviously my usual schedule of every Wednesday live stream didn't go to plan this week, so we moved it to Thursday. And yeah, I'm now live. So righty, I've told everyone we're going live about 7 minutes earlier than usual. Just so I can get, as I said in my little quick video, which I don't normally like to do, but I did it anyway, just to, tell you guys. I thought I'd go live, earlier, as I said, to get the ball rolling so we can have a bit longer with me, kind of to make up from me not doing it yesterday. So we've already got a couple of people in, which is great. We've got Van Collector James, P. Doe, and Film Geek 13. There is everyone. I know who that is now. You silly name. I know that name. Archie. You got me there. I'm not going to read out the names now. Silly names I'm not going to read out. You got me. I can't believe I fell for that. Anyway, let people come in. You can ask me anything. It's pretty much that. I don't have a guest on today. Just because, well, I was going to ask someone, but I just didn't want to bother them. Maybe next time. And I think when I actually thought, oh, I'll ask this YouTuber to come on the stream, I thought it's too short notice. So get that off. So thank you, Film Geek 13, for coming. Yeah, again, this is just a general ask me anything. Sometimes if you want to do like a guess the theme tune, it's not like a themed live. Usually we kind of do guess the theme tune, which has been very fun in the past. But I think tonight we'll have maybe a smaller audience than usual, just because it's on a different date. We started earlier, blah, 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 blah. And I just saw on here, we've got 2 new questions, but it's not coming up on my thing yet. But I can read them out. It says, which Hard Rock Cafe t-shirt is that from? That is a London Hard Rock Cafe. Does it come up now? Yes, it has. So we can say that. Yes, it is the London Hard Rock Cafe. Thank you for the question, James. Film Geek 13. Quick question. What's your thoughts on the HMV exclusive VHS range? I'll leave it up. I really like them. I only got one though, which I'm really upset about. I don't know if I can find any more, but I got Back to the Future, which was really, really such a good, again, well, it's one of the best films ever made, in my opinion. It's one of my favorite films of all time. So I had to get the VHS of it because it just looks so cool. It's like a retro 80s thing. So I got that of it. And I think they're very cool. I wish they made more, and I wish I got more because I only have one. So I may get Scarface if it's available in HMV when I go next. There is, yeah, because a lot of them I already had, or a lot of them I wasn't massive fans of. I think Back to the Future was the best one you could get, so I go Back to the Future. But they're really cool. I wish they made more. Really, really great idea as well. Yeah, and I'm just seeing Film Geek. They are still available. I think I got 4 now. Love them to bits. Yeah, they are really good. Yeah, it's just come up here. Yeah, they are really good. So I've only got one, unfortunately. Which ones do you have, Film Geek? Which ones? I'll be interested to find out which VHS things did you get. But I'm really happy with my Back to Future if I don't get any. But if I do see, for a good price as well, if I see Scarface, I'll probably get the VHS for Scarface. And by the way, I'm not talking about real VHS here. Basically, they're made and packaged to look like a real VHS, but it's not. It's a Blu-ray disc. Anyway, we've got fantastic Winslow. Welcome, Winslow. I'm really glad you could make it today. I know it's on a Thursday. We usually do Wednesday, but of course, I'm sure you watch my video so you understand. Hector's here. Hello, Filmmaker. Hope I'm doing pretty well. Thank you, Hector. I'm working a lot. So yeah, get tired. Not enough time for films, but it's worth it with the money, and it's, working with good people and things. So yeah. Film Geek 13 says The Thing, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and The Breakfast Club. Sorry, meant to type 3. Oh, I see. Yeah, The Thing as well, but I probably will get The Thing on Arrow Video now, the Arrow Video label, Blu-ray. I'd probably get the Thing on that. But yeah, I like Scarface. I've only seen Scarface once, but it's a really great film, and I think again it looked awesome on the VHS. Bandland Collector James, they did a US Stranger Things Blu-ray. Yeah, I saw that, James. Yeah, it's good, and I know who that is. I'm not going to read the name. If you read it out loud, you say it out loud, you're just gonna. But I know this is Archie. He says, "How many hours do you work a week?" Well, now I'm starting to work 6 shifts a week. I do all day Friday, so I work 5 days a week. Well, I do evenings, so it isn't like 5 full days a week. I do 4 evenings a week and 1 day a week, like a double shift. And the average hours I work, like one shift, usually 4 to 5, somewhere in the middle there. But I don't think this month yet I've worked a full 5 hours, because I start at 6, and if I were to work a full 5 hours, I'd have to clock out at 11. But it's usually I clock out at like 10:30, 10:15, something like that, because Hector brings up something very interesting, and I knew we would get a question about this. So thank you, Hector, for bringing it up. We can open up the discussion for people. He says, thoughts on the Mulan news. Now, what Hector is referring to about the Mulan news is that Disney's live-action remake of Mulan is hitting Disney Plus at a rental now. So it isn't like you get it for free and you just play it and happy days. No, you've got to pay $30 for the people in the US, $30 to rent it. I think, again, the details are quite hazy. I've heard some people saying you own the film on Disney Plus. So you pay the $30, you own the film on Disney Plus, watch it as many times as you want on Disney Plus. For us in the UK, if it does become available in the UK, because it hasn't been said yet, it's actually, I think, £25 probably for us. And they also said that it will be playing in cinemas where open, I believe. Again, the details are hazy. So again, I think it probably will be hitting cinemas in the UK as well, because they are open. Why would Disney not let the film play in cinemas where they are open? What do I think of this? I thought this from the very. I thought something like this would happen. I think Disney were very smart putting it on Disney Plus. But Mulan, it isn't a film that I've been anticipating much. I mean, I enjoy the original. The original I love, but so far Disney's track record for their live action remakes has been very, very poor and terrible, especially The Lion King. That was just god awful, terrible. But from the trailer of Mulan, I do see a bit of promise, a bit of originality. It's an uncommon word in Hollywood at the moment, originality. But again, am I going to spend maybe, £25 on a film that I'm not going to be fully invested in? Maybe not. And a lot of people are complaining, oh my God, $30 for one film. I get where Disney's coming from. I'm mad about the price point. I get it. It's a theatrical film. It was meant for cinemas. And I know if I were to just go to the cinema, it would be a £5 ticket if I went to view. £5. It's a lot cheaper than £30 or £25. But if you look at it from this way, it's really cheaper from a family perspective. No snacks. You don't have to spend money on fuel if you've got to drive to a cinema. One person could pay for it and loads of other people could go and watch. It works out cheaper, almost in a sense. I'm not too bothered about the price point. Anyway, do you think Scarface is De Palma's best, says Winslow? I haven't seen many De Palma films. In fact, haven't I seen a couple? I think I've seen Mission Impossible, Scarface, and Domino. I'm going to go check because I don't want to see 3 and see maybe 4. But I'm pretty sure I've just seen those 3. So, but I do like Brian De Palma. Oh no, I've seen 5 of his films. Yeah, so The Untouchables and Carrie. So yeah, I've seen Scarface, Carrie, Mission Impossible, The Untouchables, and Domino. I can say this: Domino is his worst film ever. That film's one of the worst ever. But I think it might be a tie between Scarface and The Untouchables for now. But I think if I were to watch Scarface again, I would say Scarface. I think The Untouchables, when I first watched it, I fell in love with the film and I thought it was going to be one of my favorite films of all time. I watch it again, not so much, but it's still a very entertaining watch. I mean, Sean Connery in that film is just maybe the best he's ever been in a very long time. I mean, I know it was made in the 90s. It isn't like it's a recent film, but up until that point, like he had a great point in the 90s where he was doing some great work. I mean, especially, he was in Last Crusade, then he was in was it The Hunt for Red October, or one of those films Out at Sea, or Crimson Tide. I'm sorry, I'm sure it's The Hunt for Red October he was in. Then he was in, obviously, what was I talking about? Then he was in, God damn it, what was it? The Untouchables. I can't remember, I just forgot that. Yeah, The Untouchables. The Untouchables he was in as well. So he had a good point in the 90s where he was making some great films, and being a really great actor. He's a fantastic actor. Anyway, Film Geek 13 says never seen Scarface. One of the only filmless TV shows until I leave my parents' house, along with most Tarantino movies and in between the show. I see. So you're not allowed to watch any 18 films, Film Geek. Is that what you're getting at? Because yeah, I mean, I'm okay to watch anything now. I just watch film regardless of price, not price, regardless of the age rating. But Film Geek 13 says charging 30 quid is ridiculous. It's cheaper for 4 people to go to the cinema. Apparently, you own it on Disney Plus until you stop. Yeah, apparently, yeah, that's what I thought. Ollie's here as well. Welcome, Ollie. Great to have you here. Oh, Monocle James says, I'm inclined to wait for the Blu-ray since it's $30 to stream and it's 2 hours. Yeah, and plus it might be bad. We don't know yet. Mulan, more likely to be. Yeah, exactly. It's probably going to be bad. It isn't like I'm not going to watch it on opening day. No way am I going to do that because it's a lot of money and it could be terrible anyway. Hector says $30 is too high for a rental. Well, yeah, again, Hector, apparently you own it on Disney Plus. So yeah, so maybe not a rental, but if it was a rental, that would be bad. Hector says the New Mutants should go. I think it should, because I'm excited to see New Mutants, and I will watch it whenever it gets released, however it gets released. But I do not think I'm going to risk my life or other people's lives to go watch it at the cinema. Now, Tenet, on the other hand, that's a different conversation. Of course, I will watch Tenet in the cinema if I can. If there is a way to watch it, I will watch it in the cinema. I think it's just a film that needs to be watched in the cinema. New Mutants, no. Nah, I would rent it, even if it was £25 or however much it would be, or however you would get it. I would do that personally for myself. But yeah. And Film Geek agrees with Hector. Millie's here as well. Welcome, Millie. Winslow says, any directors you haven't got into yet that you want to? Great question. I like that question, Winslow. There's a couple of directors that I've only seen like one of their films. For example, Akira Kurosawa. I've only seen Seven Samurai. I want to get more into his work. I want to get more into Ingmar Bergman. I've only seen one of his films, that being The Seventh Seal. I want to get more into Robert Altman. I've only seen one of his films, Nashville. I didn't even like Nashville, so yeah. There's another one, Ozu. Haven't even seen any Ozu films yet. Who else? There's director. Let me just have a look, because I know it's going to slip my mind immediately. I mean, Paul Thomas Anderson, I've only seen like 2 of his films, so I guess you can make an argument with Paul Thomas Anderson. Well, I think I'll be looking for a while, but those directors come to mind when somebody says, what director do you want to get into? Those ones kind of go to my head immediately. If I think of any more, Winslow, I'll let you know. Um, there is Jean Godard. Listen, his films that have been Breathless. There's another um, uh, French director I was willing to get into as well. In fact, I know I can find his name because I recently added one of his films to my watch list. That's Jean-Pierre Melvin. And then there is the Italian director Antonio something. His last name. What film did he do? He did La Notte. La Notte. So yeah, Michelangelo Antonioni. So yeah, thank you, Winslow. You're great at doing questions, and you also got BFI play today. That's great. Tell me what do you want to watch first? You were watching over. In fact, I'll tell you the story how I actually got the BFI player, how I found out about it, because I wanted to watch this film Bait. Watch it. It's on the BFI player. It's a great independent British film. I think you'd like it. It's shot on film, and all the dialogue is it was shot like silent, so they had to go and re-record all the dialogue because it was shot on a proper film camera. It's really, really good. And so I wanted to watch that, so I got the free trial for the BFI player. Then I realised that the BFI player had so many other awesome, great films, and I just kept it since. And it's only £5 a month. So Ollie says, "Can I become a mod?" Sure. Yeah, of course you can, Ollie. But I've got to say this. I've got to tell you now, Ollie, you cannot, because what moderators can do, they can silence people, so they can like put people in timeout. They can kick people permanently. So it's a big responsibility that I'm putting on you, Ollie. But I trust you, so I'm going to do it. But you cannot do it on. You cannot just randomly do it. So if you randomly do it, I'll have to take you off. But I trust you, so. And I've just seen now, as adding Ollie, we've just got a few more people coming in. We've got the Glasgow Does Film. I know you on Twitter. I'll read your question out in a bit. We've also got Madison in as well, and Erin. Welcome, guys. I'm really happy you're here. Really, really happy that you're watching. Where are we? Sean was also in Michael Bay's best movie, The Rock. Yeah, as well. Yeah, I think that was during the 90s. Do you support Leeds? No. Film Flick as well. Welcome, Film Flick. I've actually never seen Scarface all the way through. Oh, I mean, I do. I remember loving it, so that's why now I'm thinking that I like it, and I do like the film. So, yeah. Film Geek 13. I'm allowed to watch quite a few 18 movies. My parents just hate them due to the amount of swearing, sex, violence, etc. I understand that. My parents were kind of a bit, you know, when you're younger as well, and there's so much. And I kind of made the argument, well, I see it every day anyway. I hear all the swearing every day, so why can't I hear it on the screen? Maybe aside from the violence, if you watch any Tarantino film. But yeah, I get that completely. Hector. Disney/Fox is recently in final talks to sell The Woman in the Window to Netflix, and I wouldn't mind checking it out. I wouldn't either, but I believe it's actually a remake of the Fritz Lang film under the same title. So I'd have to watch Fritz Lang's The Woman in the Window first, and I don't want to watch. But again, Winslow, that's another director I want to get into. So glad I remember that one as well. Fritz Lang, haven't seen any of his films, but I do want to watch Metropolis. And did Fritz Lang do Nosferatu, or was that F.W. Murren? I always get those two confused. But I would definitely watch that, just because, well, Joe Wright's a pretty good director, Amy Adams, but I wasn't that impressed with the trailer for that film. And if it's a remake, which I'm pretty sure it is, I'd have to watch the original. So anyway, if you are watching Godard, you should definitely watch Les Contempt, my favorite Godard by far. Yeah, it's one, because I wasn't too impressed with Breathless. When I first watched, like, at the opening, I thought, oh, this is really interesting. This is really cool. I was really interested in it. But then it kind of slowly went down, like the long conversations they were having. And I knew what the ending was going to be. I just thought to myself halfway through, all right, this is what's going to happen at the end, because it is a a French New Wave film. Oh, and guess what? It happened at the end. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but I guessed that, and I just think some scenes just went on for too long. But I believe Contempt is on the BFI player, so yeah. Windsor says, first film I've watched, and there was Akira Kurosawa's Rashomon, and we'll be watching all of his films on there. Watching Bait also. In fact, I'm glad you bring that up, Winslow, because tomorrow morning I'm going to be watching Rashomon. Yeah, and also because I can't believe that the library of Akira Kurosawa films is so big on the BFI player. It's just overwhelming. That's what I'm a bit afraid of, because I don't, for a director like that, I don't want to binge all of his films. I just want to appreciate all of his films one by one. Now, I do believe, I could be wrong here, and hopefully I am, that they're leaving, possibly in October, like most of them. I'm sure a couple, because when I first got the service, Seven Samurai was available, then it got taken off, and then, it's back. Same with Ran, that was taken off, then it's back. And yes, don't worry, yeah, there you go, Ollie. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Archie. Thank you for watching, I appreciate that. Aaron says, do you like David Lynch? I don't know yet. I mean, I've seen The Elephant Man. I've seen Mulholland Drive. I think Mulholland Drive is really good. Really blown away by that film. Elephant Man, I didn't expect, it was just a drama. I thought it was going to be something crazy, and, because I heard so much about David Lynch, and that was the first film I saw of his, The Elephant Man. So yeah. Yeah, just looking. Sorry, I just saw something. Anyway, hopefully that answers your question. I mean, I'm definitely going to get a Razorhead on Criterion when it comes out in October. But I think he's a very interesting film director. Hector, it's not a remake. It's based on a novel. Oh, thank you then, Hector. Thank you, because I wasn't sure, because it is obviously there is a film, Woman in the Window, done by Fritz Lang. But thank you, Hector. So I count on you guys for the information half the time. Watch Viva Sali. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. This is My Life to Live by Godard, one of my favorite films. Again, yeah, I think a lot of his films are on BFI Player, not all of them. And there is there's Shane Harrison. He actually did a unboxing. Well, not unboxing, but in a haul, he showed off some really cool Jean-Luc Godard box set. That looks really cool. I'd love to get that. Madison Butt says, will these live streams ever stop? If so, sad. I love them so much. Oh, Madison, I hope they will never stop. And I'm glad you enjoy these live streams. I really, really like that, because if no one liked these live streams, they wouldn't happen. I just thought, why not do it? And yeah, so hopefully not. But next week, there won't be one. That'll be the first week in like 17 weeks of doing them for 17 weeks straight that I will miss, because I just can't do it. Then the week after we'll be back to normal. But I think September, early September, possibly late August, the live streams and videos will definitely slow down, may come to a halt for a couple of weeks, maybe a week, maybe two, because I am moving back to my house. I'm starting college, all these new things hitting me. And so I'll have to work out a schedule as well, because college will be different. I'll have to have time to adjust to that, adjust to the timetable, the schedule and everything. Yeah, so they will slow down. That I'll get my room back, and then the next video will definitely be a whole movie collection video to show you everything off, how it will meant to be look, getting a new setup. It's going to be very, very exciting. And then I also need to find a place to do my live streams as well, because I don't think I'm going to be doing them in my proper setup where I do my videos. I think I'll do them at my desk, try and make that look tidy, because the desk is never tidy. But yeah, there'll be lots of changes. So again, the videos may stop for a couple of weeks, as short as possible as I can make it. Trust me, I don't want to stop the videos as much as you guys don't want to stop the videos. But no, Madison, the live streams hopefully will never stop until the inevitable point where I just can't do the YouTube anymore when I actually get a job. But I'll have to cross that bridge when I come to it. Anyway, Walter Robinson asks, what is your favorite musical movie were you looking forward to in the Heights? Favorite musical movie? Probably go with La La Land. That's, yeah, probably my favorite musical movie. Is there any other? That's the first one that comes to mind. Not other ones aren't that good. They're just kind of guilty pleasures. Grease is kind of like a guilty pleasure for me. And The Greatest Showman, that's not a great guilty pleasure. That's just not that great for me, at least. I know it's got a massive fan base, and I can see the appeal for the songs. The songs are great. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I'll go on with La La Land. Aaron says, Eraserhead is one of my favorite films. If you're interested in visual metaphors, well, I am, Aaron. So thank you. And yes, I'll definitely get that on Criterion. S2L says, so close to 650 subs. Would that be your channel, S2L? Or is that me? Because I'm pretty sure I've surpassed 650. I'm on 678 subscribers, which is just, I really appreciate everyone who does that. But if that's you, S2L, I'll definitely subscribe to your channel. I'll have to find you. So yeah. Erin asks, what is BFI Player, may I ask? Well, Erin, I don't know if you're from the UK or not, but the BFI is the British Film Institute, and they have their own streaming service. The British Film Institute also bring out a Blu-ray label, so they bring out films on Blu-ray. I really love what they're doing. I support them. I get the BFI Blu-rays when I can. I have a Seven Samurai and BFI Blu-ray, and so the BFI Player is £5 a month subscription service for streaming really fantastic films, like loads of foreign films. They're doing a Japanese cinema thing at the moment, so you've got loads of Ozu films, loads of Kurosawa films. They just added some anime films like Ghost in the Shell. They also have lots of like Italian films, Fellini films. So much is on there. It's really good, and I really should use it more often than I do, but it is cheap. It's great. It gives you so much for such a small price. I feel like I'm selling you this now, but it is really good. It's one of my favorite streams, which explore. They add new things. They add, new. There's Lynn and Lucy, a really interesting, but really great new independent British film. Same with Bait. Yeah, I'd recommend getting it if you can. Winslow says, I wish all Criterion were available in the UK because there's so many that aren't available in the UK Blu-ray. Come and See is a film I haven't seen, and I'm desperate. Oh yeah, that's true, Winslow. And I was thinking about getting a region-free player, so I could get Region A Criterions. But then I'm just thinking, well, what happens if I get an import of a US Criterion, and then all of a sudden it's announced that it's going to be a UK Criterion? But I really do think that they should add more out, because it's slightly unfair as well. I'm sure it's taken a while for these Criterions to come over to the UK, and we're almost quite lucky to have them, because I know over in the US they don't have like a label of Masters of Cinema, I don't think, which we're lucky to get because that's a great label. But obviously Criterion are kind of the best label out. So it's a shame, and I really like you, Winslow. Come and See is a film that is high on my watch list, and I do want to get the Criterion of that film, but we need to wait until it comes out on the UK, unless I want to get an import. So yeah. Ollie says, opinion on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Once Upon a Time in London. Haven't seen Once Upon a Time in London, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is one of my favorite films of all time. It's my favorite Tarantino film of all time. I love it so much. It's just really such a fantastic film. you just immersed into the 1960s Hollywood. It's so well directed. You know, the driving in the film, the cinematography, the soundtrack, everything I love about the film. It immerses you into it. The production design is so good. The acting, I love how it's almost like most of it is kind of a day in the life of these people in, you know, 1960s Hollywood, and the transition of the golden age of Hollywood into the new 1970s film, and a loss of innocence in Hollywood of the Tate murders. I just think it's brilliant. I love it. I've seen it many, many, many times. And S2L says, one of your views. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, I don't know what you're seeing there, S2L, but I'm almost on 700, which is so good. I'm really, really happy about that. Movie Star 238 says, I got Arrow video at Poundland. No joke. Which Arrow video did you get? And was it sealed as well? Because that's lucky. Very, very lucky. Winslow says, have you watched the trailer for I'm Thinking About Ending Things, Can't Wait? Winslow, I knew you would bring this up. I'm so happy you brought this up. And I could have done a trailer reaction for it because I saw the trailer when it kind of first came out, but then I thought, no, too small of a film, and I don't think many people will be interested. But obviously, you guys are interested in what I thought, and I think it looks really great. Even though I haven't seen any Kaufman films, which I will be doing this month because it's coming really soon, September 4th. I can't believe it's coming so soon. I think it just looks great. I mean, Jesse Plemons, I love Toni Collette. She's one of my favorite actresses. It just looks so interesting, so cool, so well made. The cinematography, the editing of the trailer just really hypes you up for the film. Yeah, really excited to watch it. What is your favorite actor, or who is my favorite actor, you would say? Robert De Niro is my favorite actor. Movie Star says, the worst film for you? Grimsby Brothers. It's one first thing that comes to mind, usually. S2L says, who's a better actor in your opinion, Kevin Hart or The Rock? Both of them kind of act themselves. The Rock kind of plays every character the same way, similar to Kevin Hart. You kind of know what you're going to get with The Rock or Kevin Hart. So I don't think anyone's a better actor. Maybe I could answer your question by saying, who do I enjoy more watching on screen? That would be, I don't know, really. I think The Rock is just oversaturated at this point, so I'd go for Kevin Hart. I mean, he can be funny. Can be quite funny. What do you think is the most basic movie ever? Good question, Erin. The most basic movie ever. So is in like just mediocre, would you say? Like very simple plot. The execute, you know, it's nothing fancy, no interesting dialogue, not great acting. The direction is flat. The cinematography is bad, or just mediocre. Because you're saying, you know, a basic film. So yeah. And it was a sealed massacre gun. Well, that's really great movie. So you, again, as I said, you're very lucky to get that. Sealed as well. Winslow says Toni Collette going to give Hereditary a level performance, hopefully. I hope so too. She was great in Hereditary. Hereditary made me a fan of Toni Collette. Do you have a favorite Spanish language movie? I haven't seen many Spanish language movies, unfortunately. In fact, there is a director really into Spanish director. He directed the film Pain and Glory. That might be my favorite film in the Spanish language, Pain and Glory. It's Pedro Almodovar, yeah. I think Pain and Glory is a very, very good film, and I think his filmography looks very interesting. I mean, you know, The Skin I Live In, All About My Mother, Bad Education, Julieta. Yeah, there's he just seems a very fascinating director. So that would probably be my favorite because I haven't seen many, unfortunately. Hector says, I like The Rock, but in the mannerisms are the same. Everybody's in. Yeah, I agree, Hector. Nathan says, favorite Kubrick film, 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's one of my favorite films of all time. I think it's one of the best films ever made. Is that my favorite Kubrick? And again, Kubrick's my favorite director of all time. Ollie asks, can you recommend watching the second Jumanji? I actually haven't seen the latest Jumanji film, if that's what you're asking, Jumanji The Next Level. I haven't seen it yet, but it is coming to Now TV this month, so that's when I'll watch it. I haven't seen it yet, but again, it's coming to a streaming service, so I'll watch it then. Erin says, yes, that is what I mean. Right. So very, very basic, mediocre film. Now, for that, no film comes to mind, but I will now look what I've given a very mediocre score. On my Letterboxd, so I can remind myself of the most mediocre film I've seen. Because I don't know, because all these films that I'll probably maybe go with, I don't know, because most of these films, they do have like interesting plots, at least, like original plots ish. So like I've rated the mediocre rating, the Pirates of the Caribbean, Salazar's Revenge. The plot isn't exactly mediocre in a way, because it's about this pirate. I can't remember it because it was that terrible, but I didn't like it at all. I really don't know. I don't want to keep us for too long. Maybe Fractured. I'll go with Fractured, which I rated below because it wasn't even that good. A Netflix film called Fractured, directed by Brad Anderson, and it's kind of your classic film that it's almost like a genre at this point where you think the main character is losing their mind. The reason why I would say that film is also because the director, Brad Anderson, made the film The Machinist, which is, again, a film like, is he losing his mind or not? So I think Brad Anderson is also not a very good director for kind of reusing that same trope that we see so often. He needs to get a bit more originality into his films. Winslow says, have you seen Little Miss Sunshine? It's funny and I feel good, even though depressing at times. Really recommend. Haven't seen it yet, but it's definitely on my watch list. Roma is phenomenal and one of Alfonso Cuarón's best. I agree, it is. Funniest film of all time. Probably, what's the film now? Oh, come on, what's the film called? What's the film called? It's I'm gonna kick myself when I find out the name. It's Some Like It Hot, and yeah, Some Like It Hot it made me laugh so much. Yeah, I would say Some Like It Hot. The movie person says, have you seen Dark on Netflix? It's a brilliant show. No, unfortunately, I haven't. I think Kevin Hart's comedy is somewhat lazy. Yeah, I can see that. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Thoughts on The Hangover? Haven't seen the Hangover films. Chaplin films are so funny. You should watch them. Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't seen any Chaplin. I've seen Buster Keaton. Buster Keaton films are very funny, actually. There are actually laugh out loud moments in them. I need to get more Chaplin, but unfortunately, more Buster Keaton films are kind of available. Chaplin, there is a big, nice box set at my cousin Artificial Life of his films that I want to get. I do have a collection of his short films, but I don't think it's the best idea to go watch his short films from 1915 and first as an introduction to Chaplin. So I want to watch one of his good, big silent films first. I didn't enjoy the second level. Basically, just the same plot as the first with a different dynamic. Right, see. Winslow says the new Jumanji is no different to the first. You would only be able to tell the difference between 1 and 2 when Awkwafina is in the scene and she's a new character. Right. I mean, I thought it looked quite funny with the old people, as The Rock and Kevin Hart. I thought that'd be quite funny. Erin says thoughts on the battle choreography in the prequels. Personally, I really dislike it. Would that be Star Wars prequels. I'm guessing you're saying, and I think the choreography's fine. I mean, come on, Duel of the Fates, really great. I think that battle is really good, and the one Mustafar, the end of Revenge of the Sith. 2S2L says, "Is there anyone you know that's done well on YouTube videos?" Done well? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by done well, because, and I don't know what you mean by no, because I could say Movie Book, because he's doing really well, in my opinion, because he's got 2,000 subscribers, he's getting loads of views, but I don't know him. I know him. I know who he is. I talk to him. I've spoken to him on the live stream before I message him, but I don't know him. I've never met him in real life. I've never, there's different kind of meanings there for me. Blu-ray Collector says, "Oh, well, welcome, Blu-ray Collector. Glad you're here. Really enjoying the stream, Lucas, but have to go for tea." Well, thank you so much, Ollie, for joining. I really appreciate it. Aaron says, "For the funniest film of all time for me is The Room, Borat, or The Life of Brian." They are good contenders. I need to watch The Room, though. I've seen many, many clips, but I just love to own it on Blu-ray. In fact, that should be a Criterion. In fact, that should really be a Criterion release. That'd be so good. Anyway, what's your favourite film you used to watch when growing up? Probably Peter Pan, the original Peter Pan. Yeah. As I said, Marriage Story Criterion Digibook looks great. You get 2 letters, they write each other. Can't wait to receive it. Have a pre-ordered from HMV, so probs end up getting it 3 days late. Yeah, that's terrible. In fact, I'm gonna next time that happens, I'm gonna actually complain to them, because this is getting really bad. I don't know why they do that. I mean, they dispatch on the day of the pre-order. It's ridiculous. I pre-ordered it as well, and I can't wait to get it whenever it arrives. I think I got it from Amazon, actually, so I don't know if it will rely on the time that I want it to, or a couple of days late. I really don't know, but really getting annoyed at HMV for these pre-orders. Really annoying. Movie Star says, "I have a big collection of them." A big collection of, what was the last thing you wrote? Chaplin films. Let's see. Erin says, "Do you think you've achieved what you wanted to on YouTube?" Well, I never really went out. When I started this channel, I never thought, right, I'm going to set these goals. I'm going to achieve this. Let's go. It's just a hobby of mine. It's something I do in my spare time when I'm not watching a film, writing a film, making a film, or working, or at school, or anything, or any of those other things. I make YouTube videos because I love to talk about films. I love to show off my Blu-rays. I love to talk to you guys about it. And I've met all these great people on YouTube who support me, who like the videos I make, because I like to put effort into them. I like to put effort into the channel as well. But I think now, at this stage, how I've grown so fast in a couple of months, because I've been uploading, regularly, and all these new people, Winslow, Erin, Movie Star, the Blu-ray Collector. I'm just seeing who's on my screen now. All you have found me throughout my time in lockdown doing my videos. If lockdown never happened, I'm pretty sure probably none of you will be watching me right now. I wouldn't be doing this, but I think at this point, it's going very well for me. I'm really happy. I think if I keep the growing of the channel up, I could be at 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. 1,000 is kind of the big goal that I want to get to. Kind of like the pinnacle of the small channel, small movie channel. And it's also interesting, what would I do? Because a lot of small YouTubers, they really want to get to 1,000 subscribers, but what do you do after that? I mean, I'll just continue making videos, but I think some people just want to get to the 1,000, and some people just go in here to make money. I mean, if you just go in here to make money, then obviously there's going to be no thought, and there's going to be no effort put into the videos, so no one will watch you anyway. Erin says, "What mainstream YouTubers do you like to watch?" Chris Stuckman, I like his reviews. Grace Randolph, I like her movie math videos and her breakdown videos. Pretty much all of her videos except for the reviews, because her opinions are pretty silly. But yeah, those are the main two. Blu-ray Collector says, "What's your thoughts on going to the cinema?" I've said this before, so I'll kind of keep it brief. I work at a restaurant, and I'm a waiter, so I'm surrounded with like I'm in contact with like, and I work 6 shifts a week, and so and I'm in contact with at least 50 strangers per shift, and so that's on a much larger scale. I'm more at risk going to work than I would be going to the cinema because less people, and I'll be spending less time at the cinema than I would be at work. So that's kind of the way I'm looking at it now. Um, but I will probably just go to watch Tenant if I can, if Mum can drive me there, and if I feel safe to go. So yeah, my favorite Pixar film. Well, actually, movie star at the moment, I'm rewatching kind of maybe 2 Pixar films a week, maybe more. Rewatching the Pixar films because I haven't seen some of them in a very long time. Rewatching all of them and adding them to a private letterbox list, and then I'll make that public. But at this moment in time, I'm going to go with The Incredibles. The worst Pixar film, Cars 2. Erin asks, how is Blood in the Trees going? Apologies, got the name wrong. No, name's perfect. Thank you, Erin. How's it going? I'm taking a break from writing. I'm taking a break from writing the film at the moment because we need to rewrite scenes. We need to do quite a bit, but I just want to take a break because I started writing it at the beginning of the year and it's had a very long process. But right now, I just want to take a break from it because I do that often when I write, and then I'm back in the writing game. There's a point. It's coming soon where I will dive back into the writing game because it was pretty intense throughout those first couple of months of the year. So it's going well. We were planning to shoot the film like late September through to October, November, edit it in December and get it ready. But now I'm having second thoughts because of all of this second peak of the virus thing. So maybe now I think I will start shooting the film at the beginning of 2021. But I also need to look at all the film festivals and how they line up and how long we've got until the deadlines start to arise because we're going to enter into film festivals as well. So it's all these type of things we need to work out. God, I didn't bring a drink with me. My throat is killing me. God, no, there's no drink in my room. I really should have brought a drink with me. Please check out my video of greatest films of all time. Yeah, I probably will. Thank you, Movie Star. I'll have to find your channel. Check out Sean Chandler. No, thank you. He's one of the worst YouTubers ever. Sean Chandler? Nah, no thanks. He's rubbish. For those like Criterion Diabesque, what? I can't read that. I don't understand that. It's a terrific channel with a massive collection. Right, okay. Thank you, James. Cars 2 is not so bad for me. Well, I think Mater is incredibly annoying. So that is the biggest part of Cars 2 that I would hate. Currently getting through a Pixar movie marathon. Thoughts on Inside Out? I thought it was okay for me. Wasn't all interesting characters. Yeah, I've only seen Inside Out like once, and that was years ago. So I don't have an opinion on that film. When I rewatch it, it's gonna be definitely almost a first time watch again. So I can't. I'm sorry, Winslow. I can't give an opinion on that. I love doing YouTube videos so I can talk about what I love and hear others talk about what they love. That's all about for me, not how many subscribers. Yeah, that's again, it's a really good mentality, Blu-ray collector. I agree with that. Yeah. Okay, so we've reached all the comments. Oh wait, no, Erin's just put something else up. I'll just wait for it to load. Who is Sean Chandler? I'm not familiar with his videos. Sean Chandler is a man who basically is the most mainstream and the most annoying YouTube person out there. He has hundreds, thousands of subscribers. And he's just really bad because what he does is, say there's a new Marvel film that comes out, he will then, after he's seen that Marvel film, rank all the Marvel films from worst to best. And then the next Marvel film comes out, and then he milks out videos all the time. And I can't believe people have time for that as well. he just ranks these films, and he's always constantly ranking them. He's so mainstream. It's like he can't. He loves films, obviously, like we all do. But it's like, have you ever seen a foreign film? I mean, I'm sure he's seen Parasite because it was so made that is almost a mainstream film at this point because it's won Best Picture, so it's very much in the public eye. But I very much doubt he's seen a film by Fellini or Jean-Luc Godard, for instance. But I'm sure he's seen all the Marvel films, and I'm sure some of the Marvel films are his biggest favorite films of all time. But no, I just find him really annoying and just, oh god, he's just bad. He just milks out videos. He just like uploads daily as well. It's so oversaturated, and his thumbnails are so annoying, and just Faulty Towers is a big recommendation. It's a comedy TV show. Yeah, I've heard of it. I've seen a couple of episodes. It's quite funny. Lyric Collector says, "Do you order anything from the Criterion sale in the USA?" Unfortunately, I didn't. I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Yeah. Sean Chandler ranks films. Yeah, he does. Never heard of Sean Chandler, and by the sounds of him, I will stay well clear. Yeah, please do. Erin says, there are many YouTubers who only focus on the mainstream. I don't think the mainstream is bad, but it gets boring up to a point. I agree as well. I guess if that's what he likes. Yeah, that's true. Again, it's all subjective, but what about Austin Burke? I think Austin Burke is almost an identical channel to Sean Chandler. And Austin Burke is the type of YouTuber he uploads all the time. Like, a new Netflix show drops, he binges the entire show and gets the video out to you. A new film drops, a new trailer drops. He has to cover everything. He has to cover all the relevant things. Like, he watches so much of like the recent films. Like, as soon as a new film drops, he will watch it. Because I used to follow him on Letterboxd. I don't anymore because the mainstreamness just got boring to me. And that isn't a bad thing, but I just feel like to appreciate what we're getting now, we should move and watch the stuff from the past as well. And some of that stuff is so good as well. That's so entertaining. You watched In Betweeners. Thoughts? Haven't. I'm sorry. Haven't seen it. Haven't a chance. It seems he only gets views when talking about Marvel anyway. Yeah, probably. Do you like I Hate Everything? His videos are really interesting and well made. I've seen a couple of his videos and I've enjoyed them. Yeah. So I think, yeah, we are officially, I've officially caught up with all the comments. So I think we'll conclude it here, guys. It's been a good run, but it isn't because I want to get away from you and things. It's just because my throat is killing me and I didn't bring a drink. So I will definitely answer the remaining questions. And Eric's here. Eric, welcome. Oh, Eric, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm glad you can catch the final bit of it. Really happy you're watching. Movie Star says, what about Cinema Sickness? I actually have not seen Cinema Sickness. Favorite Netflix current series? Stranger Things. I mean, I don't know what you mean by current series, but my favorite Netflix show is Stranger Things. I think you'd like Karsten Ruckquist. He talks a lot about more underground films. Yeah, I watch Karsten Ruckquist. I am not subscribed. I don't know why. I probably should subscribe to him because I watch his videos. Yeah, I understand, Aaron. Yeah, about the underground things. Yeah. Blu-ray Collector says, I was a bit late, but really enjoyed. Have a great weekend. Well, thank you very much, Blu-ray Collector. You too. Current as in ongoing. Well, I guess Stranger Things, because that's an ongoing show. It's it's not been cancelled. And take care, mate. Oh, you too. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Anyway, anywhere else? No, I've just checked that one. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, next week no stream, unfortunately. The week after we've got special guests joining us. That should be very fun. not boring old me. It's strange sometimes just doing the stream on your own because I've been with a guest so many other times. We just got movie star saying, I don't know. Sean says that he likes Batman Begins more than The Dark Knight, and that he ranked The Dark Knight and he likes The Dark Knight more, which is confusing. Yeah, reading that out loud is confusing, movie star. Do you like Sean Chandler, movie star? Because he's a, yeah, you all know my opinion on him. I've just ranted about him for 5 minutes. Aaron says, thank you so much, Aaron, for watching. Great to have you. It's really appreciate you watching. But yeah, I don't get that. So anyone wants to say any final comments, you're more than welcome to. I appreciate it's been very much a smaller audience today, which is fine. Sometimes a smaller audience is better. You know, it's easier to talk to you. I'm not bombarded with comments. Yeah, he's good, but sometimes he gets people confused. Yeah, I understand. I mean, I'm sure people enjoy him. I mean, again, it's all subjective. And we all like the same thing. At the end of the day, we all appreciate and love the art form of films. So, but yeah, I'll close it there. We just got Movie Star saying goodbye. Thank you so much for watching, Movie Star. That's great. I'll have to watch your video when I get round to it. And if I forget, just remind me. Just say. Somebody called Boss has just arrived. I'm sorry, Boss, but we are wrapping up the stream. So I apologise about that. But you are more than welcome to watch the playback, and it won't be next week, the week after. Every Wednesday you can catch the stream. We start at 7 o'clock British time, 1 p.m. if you're in America, 7 o'clock at night. That would be, so yeah, but next week it won't be on. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye.